So today I have something a little bit special. I am actually on the airport on my way to Spain because I've been invited to a podcast over there. And I want to take you guys in the trip, show you what it's like, and hopefully it's going to be an exciting trip. I just want to take you guys. Today's video is going to be a bit of a different one. I just arrived at Bilbao Airport in Spain, and I'm here because I've been invited to do a podcast with one of the largest Spanish-speaking cigar channels, and I want to take you guys for a ride. The idea today is we're going to pick up a car, check up the Airbnb, and tomorrow we're going to be filming. I also want to learn a bit more about the business in Spain, and also YouTubing, because that's what the channel is about. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's see where it takes us.
The Lizardo vid profile, but I realized that like everything, those who followed me there weren't interested in cigars, and those who follow cigars didn't want to know about an iPhone.
So I just finished the podcast. We literally just outside. I'm having a lovely espresso as always, me with my coffee. But anyway, I just want to say, if the guys from Cigar Specialists are watching, thank you so much. It was a wonderful experience. And not only did I obviously have a good time and enjoyed being here, and the city is amazing, and we had a lovely time, but also seeing how other people do it, because they have more experience, they have a different way of doing things, the setup and everything. It is an eye-opening, and not only for the podcast, but also what can be achieved. I mean, the channel has over 150,000 subscribers, how much work they put into it. And this is something that I was really looking forward to coming and doing, because not only was I looking forward to doing the video and being introduced to the audience, and probably some of you guys that are watching this, if the video has come out, maybe you are from there, thank you so much. But also learning a bit more, because I've learned this myself, similar to what I'm trying to do with Toro Puro, just giving my bit, my way of doing things, what I think will work, what I think the customer will appreciate, and just listening to them and learning more about the market in Europe, and especially Spain, the way that the taxes are here, the way that the government is included within the cigar stores, the way that the license and all of this. It's just a different way of the business that is done around tobacco, and I just it's like an eye-opening. It's always really nice to see that, as well as obviously the podcast and meeting them, being here, because we've been friends for a long time, and I met them in Dortmund once. But now that I'm here and we spend more time together, later on we're going to go and grab something to eat, again another conversation, and just learning from them and how welcoming they have been. I mean, Carmelo and Kike, amazing people. Obviously, like I said, throughout social media you meet a lot of people. The cigar world brings people together, and it's something that I really enjoy about this. And I just wanted to share with you guys a bit of the trip, how it was going to go, how the city is, and what it was going to be like. I will also add some of the B-roll. I don't know, maybe I've added it between this or before or something of the podcast. And if it's out, I'll probably just link it somewhere around here so you can go and watch it. It's going to be in Spanish, but you can always do the Google Translator thing and it gives you the subtitles. Just do it that way. It was a very interesting conversation. We talked about obviously cigars and a bit of my background and what I'm trying to do and stuff. So it's really enjoyable if you guys want to watch it, or if you're coming from there once again. But yeah, I'm just having a little coffee. I thought I'd do a little catch up. Nice, lovely espresso. We're going to probably smoke something over here, and then later on we'll meet them, and tomorrow I'm flying back. So I'll be back in the UK, and the video should be up quite soon. Anyway, when I get home later, I'm a bit tired now. I'll continue with this. Wow, I am back home. I'm back in Cardiff, and I was very fortunate because I came back on the Sunday evening, and on Monday Spain, Portugal, and a few countries at the PowerCast. So I'm very fortunate to be home. I'm knackered, I'm stressed, I am happy, I am super excited. I don't know, just a ball of emotions. But anyway, I am looking at some of the footage from the podcast and all of the other stuff that I'm making here. And I gotta say, guys, what an experience. I really enjoyed it. It was wicked. Carmelo and Kike, the guys that have Cigar Specialist. Carmelo and Kike not only were amazing just by inviting me. I mean, these guys have the largest cigar YouTube channel in the Spanish continent, the Spanish speaking world. So I was very, very fortunate to be invited. I'm very glad we did. But not only was, that on its own a great opportunity and a great time, but also the way that they hosted me. They were really friendly, really nice. And I think that's what happens when you are in the cigar community. I've been very fortunate because after we did the podcast, we went for a couple of cigars, conversations, a couple of friends came over, and it was really, really cool. When I'm looking back at all the footage, I can see, how excited I was about the experience, but also how nicely it was. The podcast, I was told, should come out this week. If this video that I'm making here hasn't come out yet and their podcast comes out first, I'll link it below. Otherwise, I'll link it later. It is coming out soon, which again, I'm quite surprised because they're very busy. They're always making videos, and they said, they're gonna try and make this one quite quick. But yeah, I mean, the footage, we got some behind the scenes over here that's what I was looking. I don't know, I gotta say, I'm really, really grateful for that great opportunity, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this video. But anyway, the reason I did this video wasn't so much to show you about me going to the podcast. Yeah, it was a special occasion for me. But I want, to open up a little bit why I'm doing this. What's, the behind the scenes of Cigar Ritual, but also Toro Puro. How come I went from just having a YouTube channel to having a shop, which is a question that I was asked recently a couple of times. How come I went from just posting a couple of pictures on Instagram to then, YouTube, and then now jumping into having a shop? Obviously, the shop has been open since October, but we're working really hard in the selection and everything. But basically, the reason why I decided to do Toro Puro was, as a consumer, I noticed that the market was missing a couple of things, and I wanted to be able to provide that. Also, by having the Instagram Cigar Ritual Instagram page and now the YouTube channel, I always get to speak to a lot of you, through the DMs and through messages, and we've always had the discussions that, there was a little bit missing. And I think it has taken me some time and a lot of work, but I think I am trying to give what I think is missing. I hope you guys, whenever you guys make orders, if you guys make orders from Toro Puro and you get one of my packages and the customer service and all of this, I hope you're getting what I'm trying to show, what I thought was missing. Now, again, with Cigar Ritual, this is still work in progress. As you can see, I am doing the regular, YouTube videos that everybody makes. But on top of it, I started doing some tours of humidors, either in Europe, and I'm going to also start doing them here in the UK. Basically, wherever I travel, if I can make a video in one of the humidors, I will. And the reason behind that, I thought, would be, again, another questions whenever I was traveling and just posting a picture, oh, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. People will ask, oh, what's the cigar prices? What kind of cigars they have there? There's always those questions. I see that in the comments as well from like the US, people asking what kind of cigars, what kind of prices here in the UK. So I want to concentrate myself in doing some of those tours, especially as I'm traveling a lot more. But then on top of it, the podcast that I do in Cigar Ritual, that is, an open conversation where we normally review a cigar and we have a nice conversation just to give the viewer the feeling of what smoking a cigar is like, what the ritual is like. You sit down with a friend, maybe with a cup of coffee, a wine, or whatever it is, talk about stuff, about life, or maybe, obviously, in the podcast, we normally have topics. If you haven't watched the podcast, make sure you check that out. And then we have this, we're going to have this, which are going to be the behind the scenes, the behind the ritual is called. And this is the first video coming out for that. I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments if you're liking this type of video. Obviously, this is the first one, so it's not going to be as polished and as planned as they will become. But I think, you know, it gives you a little bit of a glimpse on what I'm trying to do here. But overall, my idea is I want, you know, to bring this great pleasure of enjoying a premium cigar to more people. I want to be able to use my, you know, capabilities of having YouTube and the Instagram and stuff to be able to educate, to bring people behind the brands closer to you, to understand a bit more about cigars. I want to start doing interviews and all of that. So that's all gonna come through Cigar Ritual. But then I also created Toro Puro to give you the best experience and customer service when you buy cigars and when you become part of this amazing world that is smoking cigars. It's not just taking your money like a lot of other companies do. I want to give you an experience and I want to make you feel like you're part of something. With Cigar Ritual, I am going to start having collaborators making videos, so it's not just going to be me. There's going to be some announcements of people who are coming on, and that's going to expand as well. Again, with the same idea, bring it closer to the consumer, closer to the person who wants to join and maybe is a bit scared about joining this beautiful community and enjoying cigars. That's what we're trying to build here. I don't know what else to say. I normally don't do this kind of vlogs or this kind of style videos, but you know, I'm just very grateful to have you all and to have been given these opportunities, like going to a podcast that is bigger than us, that's gonna open my face and my brand to a lot of viewers. Maybe some of you watching this are coming from that, so that I'm very grateful. I'm also grateful to have been able to build something that I had a dream of and I thought it was going to be impossible to do, like Toro Puro. For me, that is, you know, I used to see what everybody else was doing. I didn't like it, but then I thought it was going to be impossible to do something different. And slowly we're getting there. We're building something really amazing. And I think in the next 5 years to 10 years, the cigar industry is going to change completely. It's going to be cool. People are going to start to understand that this is not poisonous like other nicotine products are. And they're going to start joining this and getting closer to earth, closer to themselves, having a moment to enjoy, to really relax. And I think people are starting to appreciate that a lot more. Instead of all of this fast food, fast fashion, fast everything, fast cigarettes, people are starting to slow down, and this is what's going to bring us all together. Anyway, I'm going to continue making, sorting out the files to start editing this. I just wanted to drop in as a last piece of video to say thank you to all of you for all your support. We're nearly 5,000 subscribers. We are 23,000 on Instagram, and orders are coming in for Toro Puro. So I'm very grateful to all of you. And if you're stayed till here watching the video and you have subscribe, because what's coming is massive. It's going to change the industry. I just gotta say thank you, and don't forget to enjoy the ritual.